And gentlemen, hello and welcome back again to the Starlighter I-League Invitational Season 3. We're going to be taking a look at game number 3, indeed, of this series, which is, of course, M19 facing off against Team Spirit. I'm Lyrical, joined as well by Aosin. We're going to be giving you some wonderful coverage of this one. We saw some kind of back and forth. Dota definitely in game number 1, an Aegis deny by a sniper, and then FNG said to hell with that, you're playing Tiny now, and we're gonna end up winning the second game in 17 minutes. And you were kind of saying before this that you felt like based upon their ability to change things up, you were favoring Team Spirit going into this game number 3.
Yeah, definitely. And I really liked how they positioned themselves last game. You know, they knew exactly what the draft was capable of. They positioned everyone in the right areas, and that pressure was just immense. Like, what were you supposed to do against that? They were just pulled all over the place, and that's why they GG'd out in 17 minutes. They realized this draft actually just cannot catch anyone.
Yeah, and it's definitely one of those, you know, drafts that you sort of have an idea that something like that could be happening when you have the Coddle picked really early on, and it sort of looks like it's possible to happen here again for Team Spirit, if that's what they wanted to go for. That being said, we got a classic here, the Funnick Batrider, played together with Mr. Lich.
Well, Lich is a good start. Might want to consider getting rid of Venomancer, I believe.
Why is that? Oh, just because it's terrible to play against?
Just because, yeah, it's so annoying. It's so, if one it sucks to play against as a Batrider, and, I mean, what's stopping them from doing the exact same thing they just did last game, right? You could always pair up the Coddle with the Venomancer, put them anywhere. You don't even have to pair them together, but it's a very possible option.
Yeah. Well, it is now looking at the second round of bans. They've already taken out the Broodmother, feeling like that was something that they didn't want to have to deal with from M19's side, and it looks like Team Spirit were more concerned about an Earth Spirit or a Nyx, which both at various points have caused trouble for them. It feels like Yum, I need to figure out if I'm pronouncing that name correctly. I haven't really seen him play that much, but he's been a standout player so far for this one for M19 as well.
Definitely. I'm going to go ahead and guess that it's pronounced as Yume.
Yume? Okay.
Yeah. Because apparently a lot of these players are weebs, and it means dream in Japanese, so I'm just going to assume that's the case.
Thank you for that, I appreciate it. It's funny how, like, no matter where you go in the world, you can find a couple.
Oh, what, weebs?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I mean, they're expanding.
Expanding at an alarming rate. Okay, well, Earthshaker now taken as well, and we've got ourselves a Pugna. Running it back yet again. Pikachu Pugna. He did a great job in game number 1. Love to watch that.
Yeah, he did his job. You know, you pressure the towers, just blast away, keep taking doing structural damage. But
10 seconds.
I think the one thing that could be improved on is the itemization. I think his itemization was a little lacking in the first game. I think if he touches that up, it'll be a much stronger pick for him.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be wrong, but I really felt like he needed armor that first game.
Yeah, I think that's sort of a pretty fair assessment. I mean, it's always tough when you look at item decisions, because it's like, what was it that he was trying to get with the Lincoln Sphere? And, like, I guess that he valued not getting dueled over not dying to sniper. But it was still, like, you could tell that there were some serious problems with that. Like, that he did just blow up on certain occasions, even if he didn't get dueled. And sometimes it didn't save him from being dueled either. But regardless, they ended up winning the game off the back of some questionable things that went on. The biggest thing that stood out there was the Aegis denied by the sniper.
Yeah, the Lincoln Sphere was just... It felt really lackluster, especially since you're against the Disruptor that has 100 cast range as well. So if they wanted to break your Lincolns, they can do it from such a long range.
Yeah. Okay. Well... Team Spirit now looking for their 4th pick. They've already got the Earthshaker for lane presence in the early game and ganking potential. We'll have to see what they want to run with next. I mean, I guess that they can't really do IO now, unless it would like be an offlane Earthshaker. They're probably running the offlane Necro again, like we saw last time, right?
It's very possible. It's like one of those heroes that's just like really flexible. You can do a lot of different things. You can solo the safe lane against certain off laners. You know, he can mid lane. I think he's really good in the solo safe lane this game if he's going to be against the bad rider, because it's like almost impossible to die if you have the wand. As long as you don't get too many stacks on you, you should be fine.
Yeah, that's a good point. Getting that double heal coming out from a Ghost Shroud wand. Did end up seeing it in a different route. Oh, all right. We got ourselves a Storm and the instant AM. They knew it was up. All right, so he's playing Storm into Pugna Anti-Mage.
I don't think it's that bad. Personally, I don't think it's that bad.
All right, Steven, I like you. You're a cool guy, but really, what are you talking about? This is Pugna
It's not
Anti-Mage.
that bad.
All right, talk to me. Why is it not that bad?
You just kind of have to play around the idea of the anti-mage, right? I mean, it's FNG. He's not going to draft Storm Spirit without knowing a possibility of an anti-mage coming up, right? And the thing is, you already have an Earthshaker. Like, Earthshaker is probably one of the best supports of deal with anti-mage, and you have a Necrophos as well. Like, the damage is going to be there. Storm Spirit doesn't have to build into greedy items, you know? You can go Orchid into, Bloodstone into, like, Lincoln's, for example. And then you go back into Orchid if you wanted to, or you can go full defensive and Bloodstone into Lincoln's BKB if you really, really need it.
I get ya. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm just seeing this, like, these three heroes with giant mana pools just, like, getting completely blown up by an AM, and it terrifies me. It really terrifies me. But I'm gonna trust that you have the mind of an FNG right now, and you know something that. I get what you're saying. It just feels like it could be tough.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's not easy, right? I mean, there's always that potential where you mess up, but it's not impossible to deal with.
Okay.
And the thing is, Keeper of Light and Necrophos actually don't have that big of a mana pool.
Okay.
Like, usually the way Necrophos itemizes, he doesn't have the hugest of mana pools. Coddle, maybe, down the line.
Whoa. All right. We got a Lone Druid last pick. And we'll see where they end up sticking him. It's going to be ILTW, and I guess that they do a dual offlane now with Necro Coddle against the Anti-Mage?
It might be Earthshaker. I think Earthshaker is a better support to help out the Necro. You just gotta protect them from getting ganked.
Okay. And
potentially protect your mid lane from getting ganked by the Enchantress as well. And just something to point out, Funnick's the one who's playing Enchantress, so they might be swapping roles, or we might be seeing like the old school offlane Enchantress, which is actually pretty damn good this game, considering you're against a Lone Druid. Like, Lone Druid really has a hard time against Enchantress, because you don't have the attack speed to hit her when she has levels in Untouchable.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, and I guess that as far as that, well, I mean, then you also have to worry about the fact that, like, yeah, there's... Whoa, did they switch it up? I thought I saw him switch it up. Maybe just changed his item set. But it looks to me like... No, yeah, they are going to switch it up now. I was wondering because, like, Impetus against Necro isn't great because he has Ghost Shroud, and then Impetus against Iceberg isn't great because he could just, you know, ball to get away from it. So.
I have confidence in this Team Spirit draft.
Okay.
It's kind of like a... It's like a rock paper scissors thing, you know. It goes around in a big circle. It's like Anti-Mage is good against Storm, but Storm is pretty good against all these other heroes, and then you have the Earthshaker who kind of deals with the Anti-Mage, and then Enchantress deals with the Spirit or Lone Druid, sort of.
So you're saying it's going to come down to execution here?
Oh, not at all. I think Team Spirit has a better draft.
Oh, okay. So you're just on that train. Holy crap!
Yeah.
Choo choo, mother.
I think this is the better draft.
Okay.
Just saying.
I'm very I'm impressed by your boldness with which you say that. Nyx is actually going to be playing the Anti-Mage up in the top lane, it looks like. So they're doing the old switcheroo here.
I think they kind of expect there to be a difficult lane for him waiting from bottom if he goes there. You know, Necro plus Coddle or Earth Spirit doesn't make it so easy for him to farm.
Oh.
But at the same time, against Lone Druid is not easy either, so... I mean, Anti-Mage not going to have a good laning phase.
Yeah.
Although I could be wrong.
To battle.
With Lich there, maybe it makes things a little bit more palatable, but we'll have to wait and see. It looks like Funnick, or rather, excuse me. Wait, no, they switched back. Yume's on the Batrider again. What the hell?
Oh, that's cute. I mean, they fooled us. Maybe they fooled them.
Maybe. Okay. Oh, God, does that mean that did they get the Necro to start off with a stick? No, he didn't. He didn't start out with a stick. So Phobos is not going to be caught by this. And
no, I think he expects he's expecting a Batrider matchup right now. That's what Funnick expects. Or sorry, Phobos expects. Because if you look at his starting items, he's got the wand ready.
Yeah, I guess you're right. And
which is the right way to do it.
Yeah, now it's actually going to be Iceberg in a little bit of trouble here because they're going to have to run into the Batrider here to try and mess with Iceberg, and he doesn't have a wand. That could be a little bit frustrating.
Yeah, it's not the worst. He can always just save up, buy the stick first.
Yeah. Look at this guy, though. Now they're backing out again, and it looks like Storm gonna have to use his Q to get a couple of these, I think. As Remnant, as Greedo taking a lot of damage there. He's gonna start to stack up onto the Storm as well, as more stacks on this Earthshaker. He doesn't have a Fairy Fire or anything. He needs to be careful. Another Fissure. Is Batrider? Nope, he's fine. Good play there to bait out that Fissure and as well as a Static Remnant. So is this the main place you're going to be seeing a lot of the action here, or do you think it's going to be in one of the other lanes?
I think there's a lot of potential in this bottom lane. You're playing a core Enchantress in the safe lane, and he's just taking control of this big camp and zoning zoning both of the heroes out with his 2 creeps. And yeah. I'm pretty sure I remember Funnick being a very good Enchantress player.
Okay. Well, Iceberg, 3 stacks now. And needs to be careful. It does look like the Earthshaker had to head all the way back home. Does have a TP available.
5 stacks.
They're getting the damage onto him. They will have a Fissure available. They actually managed to find the kill, but it's still going to be Iceberg in trouble and dropping Pikachu. Makes it happen for himself. So they lose the bat, but they get the Storm.
I'm going to assume that's worth it. That was the first blood, so both of them picking up 300 gold. A pretty good kill.
Yeah. Well, and now the wonderful Batrider again going to cause some issues here mid. I gotta say that the fact that Funnick was able to get them, like, I don't know if it was completely baited or if it was what exactly the thought was there, but like you said, getting DK Phobos to invest this gold in towards eventual wand is pretty good for them.
I think the wand investment's not too big of a deal. I think Necrophos should always have a wand, just because of how Ghost Shroud works.
Okay.
So it's not that bad. But this matchup is not easy for Phobos.
Yeah.
In fact, I think Enchantress with creeps is like a pretty good matchup against. If you're talking like just winning lanes,
yeah,
this is a really good lane to win with. A really good hero to win 1-1.
Oh my God! Look at that damage. He actually didn't end up going for any in Ghost Shroud either, so he's gonna have to be careful. Up top, we haven't really talked about this lane too much, but Anti-Mage is getting complete and total free farm against the Lone Druid, who's 8-3.
Yeah, this is definitely expected since you're against the Lich. But I mean, all things considered, he's doing all right, and having Biver come over, bottom lane, he solo killed him.
Oh God! All right, well,
you don't expect that.
That's not supposed to happen. In the meantime, they're going to try and rotate the Earthshaker up to the top. And there's a chance that they could find a kill here onto the Anti-Mage. If he sticks around too long, do they have enough damage? No, not quite.
I don't think they really have any intentions of killing him, but they, like, this really slows down his farm, right? Because he's not going to want to walk into lane again.
Yeah.
Someone's going to have to ferry him south.
Lich brings it out right now.
Yeah, they brought his Ring of Health as well.
Nice. Yeah, Anti-Mage having free farm here is certainly a little bit scary, and they won't be able to take down Pikachu there.
Block not going to connect.
Yeah, if they could have blocked off there, that would have been big. But no such luck, and now with Yume coming in towards the bottom. I don't know if they're going to be able to do much onto the Necro there. Phobos might have... I think he saw him with this ward right here. So I don't think the Batrider will be able to find any damage onto the Necro.
This Enchantress pick is really interesting, though. I'm going to wait and see what he builds into. He's already got phase boots, so this Enchantress is going to be trucking.
It's so
Look
fast.
at his damage.
Yeah, it is quite large. And look at how slow Phobos wants. Ugh, I'm coming for you. He gets off 3 auto attacks before Phobos is able to get in 1. The
Nice
max
trade.
untouchable build.
Phobos is probably so fed up. Doesn't even want to deal with this lane anymore.
Yeah, it's frustrating. Well, all of the CS
Oh,
leaders
mid
right
lane.
now are the M19, and they don't quite kill off that Earthshaker, but the unfortunate part is that Pikachu's just going to be able to spam out this tower. And in the meantime, you also have Funnick, who took over their catapult, so he has a catapult. His 2 catapults hit in this bottom tower.
Oh, that's going to do so much damage. Oh, he's going to save his catapult, though.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a free lane for him. There's actually no one here.
Yeah. Well, it's not usually a good sign when the anti-mage has total free farm. Are you feeling like this is okay for Team Spirit, or are things going tragically? Like, how do you see this game playing out now, since we've already had this sort of nice laning stage for the Radiant?
It really depends. A lot of this rides on Iceberg's performance on Storm. The thing about like Anti-Mage versus Storm is that like Anti-Mage is really good against Storm in the later stages of the game, but Storm has the skill set to actually stop an Anti-Mage from getting there.
Okay.
So it really depends on how the Storm's game goes.
Fair enough. Ivor, in the meantime, again trying to get himself a little bit of a pull going there, but is not quite going to work out. We'll be able to steal away a creep and then loses some CS here as well. Meanwhile, the jump forward, the full block off. He'd already used his blink. He will have it again in a bit. But Muriel is going to go down. In the meantime,
Very nice block.
Yume trying to take down this Earthshaker. He will be able to get on top of him, and no more fissure for another 3 seconds. But as the rest of them show up, it looks like they are possibly going to lose this Batrider. You can see if he can try and go for some type of a deny play. And the chase is there. They find the kill. Iceberg picking it up. In the meantime, tower is taking bottom.
So now that Lone Druid has hit 5, I think life up here for Anti-Mage is not going to be as easy anymore. He's not going to have that free farm, and well, that root coming through.
He's actually just having to sort of head over, use the shrine. There's a lot of investment into the jungle right now. A couple of stacks here and there. The Batrider just took out one over here as well, and he has one more stack to play with in a bit. As we see Funnick dive Ivor. How do you do this? What is... Funnick is crazy. He might end up paying, or he might just kill off Iceberg.
Why would he be afraid? He has nothing to be afraid of.
Is just going to get ran up upon. They aren't going to be able to find that kill with the Reaper Scythe, and now Funnick is just right about question mark. He takes down Iceberg, almost eats one more touch.
He's so fast. He's so
Look
fast.
at the damage he's diving. He doesn't care. All right, Funnick, you might have gone too far.
No, this is fine. This is some real space going on right here.
So much space created. 4 heroes, and
Dire's middle tower.
well,
Fire item.
he's running away. Does still have charges. They're so slow at taking him down. Walking away, but he is going to die. Oh my god.
That was great.
Space created.
That was truly some space created. Oh, he's going for the hood. He's so tanky with this. He's actually insanely tanky with this because the physical damage is only going to come from the Lone Druid for the most part. Maybe Storm Spirit in the later phase, but Lone Druid is pretty much all their physical damage. And I mean, with that max untouchable, it's really hard to kill this Enchantress.
Iceberg's still making the plays that he needs to, though. The unfortunate part is that he might have got baited into this, and Does have a decent amount of mana, but I don't think enough to get away from Funnick, who has 461 movement speed when using the phase boots. Kirito shows up, trying to create that little bit of separation with the fissure. The unfortunate part is that Funnick, still chasing, has himself another round of the phase boots, and all he needs to do is get within range to find Iceberg. It's just gonna run past. He's trying to get there. Iceberg does manage to Soul Ring away, but still in trouble. But like, again, it's Iceberg that gets so far pushed out of lane. Like, this is a hero that needs to farm up, and this whole time Nyx is getting all the farm in the world.
This is great. Funnick is actually doing so much with his Enchantress. And he's gonna steal the stack, he's gonna Cyclone it. Yeah, here we go. He's so disruptive on this hero.
Alright, Pikachu takes the tower. This is gonna be a root coming out, and Bat Rider in a little bit of trouble as the jump forward comes from Iceberg. And finally getting some opportunity to farm for himself. Meanwhile, Funnick forces the TP away by the Earthshaker, and they take the whole stack. God.
This is a very interesting game. Iceberg is like I'd say he's like hanging on right now because he's not really farming, but he definitely has the kills going for him right now.
4-1-1. As long as he doesn't die, things will start to probably even out for him a little bit. He's getting sort of about halfway-ish to the Bloodstone. Is that still your first item, do you think?
I think you definitely need it. It helps you with your farm so much more than an Orchid would, for example. Yeah. An Orchid really relies for you to just constantly kill people.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Funnick has 3 points in the heal right now and is going to be tanking the tower while the catapults deal the damage. Force out a fortification. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they're waiting for somebody to come and contest this, but it won't end up happening, and Anti-Mage brought down a little bit by Iceberg.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They managed to take the top tower, Funnick does, while Storm assaults the mid-tier 1. But has he gone too deep? Might end up being in a little bit of trouble off of this, as he is going in. And
what?
What? How?
He just let him walk up. A very surprising play from Iceberg.
I mean, you said that the Storm Spirit can outplay the Anti-Mage. Based upon that, I don't know if that's something they need to be worried about.
I mean, in the words of DJ Khaled, he just played himself.
Yeah.
Did I get that right?
I think you did. Congratulations, you played yourself. That's the one. I don't know like what exactly was going on there, but something weird. He must have been looking somewhere else on the map or something. Like, I can't think of any other reason that he would let him just walk up and like grab him.
I think at this stage, this is actually where it gets kind of problematic. Oh, mid lane. Pikachu, he's still alive. Is he gonna do it?
He's trying to. A lot of damage, but Iceberg was enough there to find the kill with the catch, and we'll see if he lets him walk up again. No lasso this time. Iceberg will be safe. And meanwhile, up in the top lane, Nyx continuing to farm. He is still a little ways away from the Battle Fury.
He's very greedy. He might go down here.
Echo, drop, damage.
that was really well played from FNG, that timing.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, very greedy from Nyx.
This game is silly.
Alright, calling him Nyx is really confusing. I'm just gonna call him Anti.
Alright, I'm with that. Yeah, I think that it is a little bit tough to keep up with that sometimes. Don't want to confuse the viewers for sure. So let's try and figure out where we're at right now in this game. It's only 1,000 gold lead right now for M19. You've said before that you feel like Storm has the kit in him to sort of be able to take tower, or rather to shut down the Anti-Mage if he gets some farm. Do you think that that is playing out in the way that Team Spirit want it to? Like, is the combo of Lone Druid and the Storm Spirit going to be able to carry them late game?
As long as they keep down the Anti-Mage. Like, Anti-Mage is about to finish Battle Fury, but at the same time, Storm Spirit is about to finish the Bloodstone. So you can definitely put the pressure on. You just have to stop him in his tracks right when he finishes the Battle Fury.
Okay.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
They take the tower mid, so tier 2 down. Only 2 remain for Team Spirit.
Dire's middle tower
Iceberg,
is under attack.
what is that, like maybe 1,500 gold away from finishing off the Bloodstone for himself?
Radiant are
And
scanning.
it looks like now Anti-Mage, realizing there's heroes in the area, is going to have to play back a little ways. And he's going to TP bottom instead. This would be a nice pick off if they could get Phobos. But he is going to run away, seeing the rotations coming in, and yeah,
Stupendous.
they're not going to be able to find him.
Not going to find the ward. Anti-Mage getting closer to that Battle Fury now. But they still have a decent amount of time. I think like when Anti-Mage really gets out of control is when he has the third item after Mantis Style.
Yeah. Ooh, this would be a nice pick off. Iceberg, he manages to hit there, and with the fissure, we'll get the kill.
You needed an altitude
And that is just about Bloodstone after a couple creep waves here.
You know, so still a really good timing on the Storm Spirit's Bloodstone. Now I think if they once he finishes his Bloodstone, he should probably get his team to buy a smoke, and they need to just move out and start building up the stacks. Oh, Echo Slam.
Well
Fissure.
done. Yeah, I got Pikachu. And that he's getting another item that's going to be really impactful this game. Atos that's around 800 gold away from being completed for the Pugna. One of the best counters to
Radiant's
Storm
top
nowadays.
tower is under attack.
If you're able to make sure that he doesn't dodge away from the projectile.
I don't know if it's going to be enough this game though,
No.
because you have a Syllabear and a Necrophos on your team, so you don't really have to do anything as a Storm. You just keep farming and you wait until the time is right, and then you just get your Coddle to recall you, and you just zip in after everything's like been casted or when the rest of your team has gone in.
Okay. There's the Bloodstone. Funnick now has Hood as well as a Dragonlance completed. And
Rod of Atos on Necrophos.
yeah.
Just as a counter Storm, it counters Anti-Mage, you get it.
Right. And he's much less able to dodge the projectile coming out, Storm Spirit. Still both teams just waiting to farm up and not really try and pressure too much around the map. The Batrider is still a little ways away from his Blink Dagger. And meanwhile, Anti-Mage
middle
needs
tower
a bit
is
more
under
farm
attack.
before he finishes off a Yasha.
Touché.
Storm Spirit walking forward, finishes that first round off, and able to break up the farming. So this is going to be the Earthshaker stealing away a couple of this. He doesn't quite manage to find that Anti-Mage with the zip, but any ability to
Radiant's
shut
middle
down the
tower is under
Anti-Mage
attack.
farm is really great for Team Spirit at this point.
Yeah, definitely. Is the recall going to come through?
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
They're trying to hold them back off this tower. M19 want to pressure. They already have this Nether Ward down,
Radiant's middle
causing
tower
issues.
is under attack.
Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Anti-Mage is
Radiant's
sitting there,
structures are fortified.
ready to farm up if he gets the opportunity. While the rest of M19 comes back, they want to try and take this fight and see if they can catch one of them. The call comes out for Lone Druid, and that's going to be who they walk forward to. The jump forward to catch the lasso, and LD is gone.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That's a really good pickoff, especially since he's getting pretty close to his Radiance. He's only 1,300 off, so very important kill, slow him down a little bit. But all things considered, Team Spirit, they're doing a good job at keeping this Anti-Mage down. He's not exactly having the easiest time farming. Still, you know, doing decent, but not where he needs to be to actually beat a lot of these heroes.
Right.
Especially since Necrophos has that Rod of Atos, and Necrophos actually has levels, and Radiance coming out on Lone Druid, and Storm Spirit actually having a good start. Like, he's gonna finish his Orchid in like 2 minutes.
Funnick is crazy. You see this? He's just walking into him.
He doesn't care.
And actually, they're going to maybe kill Storm Spirit here. Trying to run away. Be able to make a quick jump. All right.
No lasso. There was a lasso. That was pretty crazy. I think they know there's no lasso.
Oh. Huh. Well, I guess that a 1,500 HP Enchantress with a cloak is pretty hard to kill.
With Max Untouchable, yeah, it's pretty hard. It's
All right.
it's the one time you can see. Oh, they're gonna smoke up. Got the Blink Dagger on FNG. Perfect timing. But yeah, attacking Enchantress is the one time you actually get to see the full animation of a lot of heroes' different attack animations. So here we go. Let's see how long it takes.
He has to like do this so perfectly, and they will get that kill. It was like you normally see the enchant totem come out a lot quicker, but obviously can't do that against the Enchantress. Still though, space created as Anti-Mage is going to continue farming, and we'll have that Yasha completed. Everything right now relying upon the Anti-Mage.
Yeah, it's a rough Anti-Mage game. It's like this whole draft really relies on the Anti-Mage to carry you late game, but I think Team Spirit have more than enough to deal with him in the later stages of the game. Like Earthshaker and Necro are just very, very good heroes against Anti-Mage. And so is Lone Druid.
Yeah.
Radiant's
right.
That's
something that we don't always talk about, but like, I mean, the bear being able to push out lanes as well, and if you ever get into a fight, you can just completely eat up the AM. All right, Blink Dagger's there from the Batrider. They want to catch on to Phobos here. And up, jumping, finding that initiation. Grudo, he does have Echo Slam not available, and there's going to be a TP away, but they will take down the Earthshaker.
Yeah, that's pretty worth it. You got 4 heroes to go down there. You used Lasso. You also got the Chain Frost to come out. I think if Team Spirit really wanted to, they can just group up and slowly take Roshan. And it's going to be a really hard fight for M19 to take.
Yeah. I mean, losing the Earthshaker certainly hurts, but like you said, he's about to be back up. And I mean, we're getting closer to a Manta. It's something that can cause issues. We've seen AMs take over the game with about this amount of farm before, but it's sort of a question of if Team Spirit are going to let them do that. And it seems like the answer is most likely no. Storm Spirit finishing off Orchid in just a little while, and just going to jump forward and kill off Muriel. So that's pretty sad for him. Oh, all right, Decrep, turn it back around. And there's the jump away. He does not have mana, though, and they are going to be able to chase here, possibly. Haste Rune's still there. Pikachu does not want to tempt fate.
Yeah, even if he has no mana, it's a really difficult kill. It's too far away. You run the risk of getting counter-initiated on, and I mean, he has Bloodstone. He's not exactly weak. He's got almost 2,000 life. Yeah. And Radiance is now done on the Spirit Bear.
Big
bottom
bear.
lane. We're gonna try to kill Funnick again. Just kidding. They gotta bait out the heal first. Now they can try again. They can actually try it.
Okay.
They have their eyes on the bigger prize.
Yep, they got the bear. There's the decrep, the life drain. There's he actually ended up hitting the wrong target, but it doesn't look like it's going to matter. That's still going to be a kill onto him. And meanwhile, the Storm Spirit trying to take down that Enchantress. They will be able to find that kill. The Fissure blocked them off from the rest of the side of the Radiant. Iceberg walking forward here, diving deep for this one. Anti-Mage is there as well, though. The decreps, can they get it off? No, he ends up missing twice.
Oh, he's going to go down here, though. There's no way he makes it out of this. He's so screwed.
Yeah, juking back to the other side. It doesn't matter. He's gone. So Storm is going to blow up in the end, but they ended up losing both the Storm and the Lone Druid. A lot of gold going to that AM.
All right. That's a really important kill for the Anti-Mage. Now he actually has the Manta style. That's like the one thing you have to be super careful about is Storm Spirit. You cannot let him non-avoid you like that.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised he went so deep for that.
Well, especially because they like saw the AM right there, but well, sometimes you gotta go.
Radiant's middle tower has
no, is he caught again?
Rooted. There's no lasso. There's no way. Can't do anything.
Yeah. AM didn't have enough mana for Manta either.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Well, in the meantime, it looks like bottom lane will be defended by Funnick. There is Radiance Bear, as we were talking about. Lone Druid is here as well. And it looks like Mask of Madness will be the call for them on the Bear Man. Alright, Enchantress caught. Echo Slam as well. Can they kill him off? Doesn't quite look like it. Iceberg shows up also, but they can't take the kill. Meanwhile, the Chain Frost is bouncing back and forth. They've been able to take down the Batrider, but now another Mana Void. Anti-Mage ends up destroying the Storm Spirit for a second time. A great play there with the Savage Roar, but it wasn't quite in time to save the Storm. And again,
oh boy.
It's just these very aggressive plays by the Storm Spirit, not quite working the best.
I'm really surprised that their willingness to take these kind of fights. This just happened again, like you said. Storm Spirit not having what he needs just yet, and going into these team fights, but they want to commit. They're bringing him back in. They're going. No Chain Frost.
Who needs Bloodstone charges? I think they realize that if they wait too much longer, things might become a little bit scary. I don't know, or they're just crazy. It's a possibility too.
I think it's a good play because they know everything's down, and if they don't have lasso, it's so hard to catch.
All right,
there's no mono either.
Iceberg, he's going in for him now, almost taking out Pikachu, and they are going to be able to kill him off before the shrine gets activated. Funnick left alone outside of the base. He's starting to fall. Can they kill him off? They've got the heals coming in as well, and Funnick still staying alive. The Ags on the Coddle during daytime, making it work, and it's going to be Batrider down as well, and now Team Spirit looking to continue the pressure, take down the tower, and possibly finish this game.
Yeah, that's actually something super important to note. I didn't even realize that Viper had the Scepter. This is why they're making this aggressive play.
Yeah. Now pushback.
Oh my goodness!
They ended up catching the Earthshaker, and now left alone. There's the jump forward. Chain Frost has come out. DK Phobos is bouncing around, but Muriel is dead. Nyx is also going to be able to get out of there. And with the second round of this, the heals are going to come, but most likely this tower is going to fall.
Oh man, the power of Coddle.
Coddle is a good hero at Dota 2, and they don't have buyback on these guys, and Iceberg can just keep diving for him. They pull him back in. A lot of damage. They want to get that kill. They are going to be able to find it. Mana Void still down for 35 seconds. Pugna buys back. Can they still take this fight, though? They have the ward down as well. Disarm is there. Funnick still chasing.
So yeah, FNG is coming back. He's going to recall him.
All right.
They're just going to turn for this.
All the heals in the world, and poor Funnick. I mean, they still can't actually kill him off yet. Oh, there's going to be the decrep. They pull him back in, kill him off. That is now Enchantress dead for 50. Buyback status. All of the Dire have it. So if they wanted to, even if they end up dying here, they could buy back and keep the pressure on. Because right now, M19 just don't have the ability to stop this pressure. Jump in, Echo comes down. Carito dropping low. Can they kill off this Iceberg Storm? They do. He's back up in 30 seconds, but already that's going to be the melee barracks down. They've committed so heavily for this at this point. You kind of have to wonder what the answer is.
They're done. They're out of here. Oh, he has to be careful. The Radiance Barrack could just run him over. I mean, that was the most costly defense.
Yeah.
They had to commit a lot for that, and they still lost the Rex. I mean, that just really shows you the power of Coddle Eggs.
I mean, you were saying that this draft from Team Spirit is better than most people think, and the Anti-Mage in particular seems like it's this great answer, but if you don't have the farm to fight, it's just kind of over at a point. He does have an Aghanims at this stage, which is pretty good for keeping him alive. I don't know. How do you see the next couple minutes playing out? It's a 10,000 net worth lead for Team Spirit. Is this like... How bad is this right now for M19?
I'd say it's bad, but it's not, that bad. I think Team Spirit are just waiting for the next daytime, and I think as long as Storm manages to finish his Lincolns at a decent time, they should be fine. But at the same time, I mean, you saw how powerful that Mono Void can be, so you have to be careful of that. They're going to take advantage of the fact that there's no daytime right now.
Still another 3 minutes. Fiverr sitting back there trying to cut the creep wave when it eventually comes out. Blinding Light, unfortunately. They do a Batrider in the area. Nice force staff away. He gets the mana leak off as well. But it's going to be up to this Coddle to keep them off of this tower, as well as the Earthshaker. It's going to be the connection.
Oh, this is a really important pickoff. Can they get him?
Fiverr dropping low. He is going to end up falling. All right, Fiverr's dead. He does have buyback, and they're going to need it. They use the glyph. Still holding on to that one. Well,
they need to cancel TPs right now.
Yeah, you look over here. ILTW is pushing with the bear.
They caught Funnick.
Trying to bring him down, trying to kill him off. He does have that mana leak as well, and Funnick should be dead here. Blinding Light, they find the kill. And in the meantime, Lone Druid is also able to get out of there. So the lanes were pressured out the whole time as well. Ooh, recall? LTW? Yeah, they forced
he accidentally hit the shrine. He recalled the Syllabare and he accidentally hit the shrine. Bad Rider was actually TPing in and he didn't have vision. Oh, no, actually, he did have vision. It was a ward.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he still went with that TP. All right, Storm Spirit. About 1,200 off of the Lincolns. I think once he has Lincolns, this game is going to get a lot harder.
Yeah. I guess you can still pop Lincolns with Chain Frost, but it only pops on the actual connection, right? Oh wait, it doesn't pierce spell immunity.
Oh,
never mind.
Hold that thought.
Yeah,
Bad Rider gonna get off.
Iceberg making the plays that his team needs him to. Muriel, ooh, not quite gonna be able to catch that courier. Almost. But in the meantime, AM split pushes.
I mean, the thing is, he's going for a BKB now, so this is kind of like they're feeling kind of desperate. Like, if you buy a BKB now, you know, your opportunity to split push not going to be as strong. And if that BKB starts running low, it's not going to be an easy time for you later on. But they're pretty much all in. This feels like a very all-in purchase here. If they lose this fight, he is screwed.
I don't know if they're going to be able to get there in time. Roche is starting to wear down really low, and FNG is there. They spot out that the Ancients are there, hitting onto the Earthshaker. He might be in trouble. Do they not see
notice.
these Ancients?
They don't
Are you
notice.
kidding me? No, it's so much trouble. Oh, they're all going to end up bowling now. They end up taking the Aegis for the Storm Spirit. Fiverr lives through the Mana Void, but he's going to end up dying on the back end.
Rooted.
There's the jump forward. That's going to be Nyx going down. No rest at all. Ended up not quite killing him off with the Aghanim Scepter, or rather with the ulti from the Necro, but that should be GG.
I think that is. They're not going to call it yet, but I'm pretty sure this is another set of racks. It's hard to say. I don't think it's going to be Mega, though. It's going to be hard. Everyone's super low, and it's not daytime yet.
Yeah.
And even if it is daytime, Coddle is not alive.
Yeah. I think there what happened was the Reaper's Scythe ended up hitting DK Phobos from the Ags, but I'm not positive. Well, regardless, the racks are falling, and Team Spirit in a very good position to potentially finish this game out against M19.
Okay, I lied. They have a Syllabare. Why would I doubt a Syllabare's ability to see building?
Oh.
It's Megas. Yeah, it's
GG ends up getting called. Well, very impressive showing from Team Spirit. They are the second team to move on in the upper bracket. M19 are not out yet. They're going to drop down to the lower bracket, where I believe they are going to face off. I don't think they actually face off against the team that played earlier today. They're going to probably face. They might face off against Double Dimension. I'll have to double check. But that's it for CIS Dota today. Tomorrow we have Gambit Esports versus Na'Vi, and then Hakoche versus Team Empire. So it will be our first chance to take a look at Na'Vi and Empire's new lineup, which I think has yet to be announced. I don't think Empire have all of their players in yet. But yeah, great stuff. Aosin, any final words or thoughts about this game? What you expect to see out of the rest of the CIS Dota?
I mean, everything is brand new to me. I mean, new rosters. I don't exactly know the CIS region too well either, so it's going to be exciting to watch. I'm just glad Team Spirit won, honestly. Otherwise, I look really stupid.
Well, I'm glad you didn't look stupid. That's very good. Yeah, I felt like M19 definitely showed a lot of very strong performances from lesser-known players. I would say probably Funnick and Pikachu are the most well-known on this team, and the rest of them really performed quite well. I think that they have the potential to show up big, and you know, CIS having their own regional invite for each and every one of these might be a team to watch out for. Anything else that you really want to talk about here at all?
I think that's about it. I mean, I definitely agree with you there. It's really early in the season. I think this team definitely has potential. I've never seen them play before, but they were not bad.
Well, ladies and gents, we'll be back in a little while because CIS Dota is done, but continuing on next is going to be South American Dota. So go from one kind of crazy to another. I'm excited. I can't wait to watch it. Aosin, unfortunately, will be leaving us now, but we do have you on again for tomorrow, where we're going to take a look at the new Na'Vi. And any final words, any sellouts you want to give, places that people can find you?
Just come watch me play terrible Dota on my stream.
All right.
Twitch.tv/EarsandTrash. Thank you.
All right, everybody. Take it easy. We'll be back in a few with some more from the Star Ladder iLeague Invitational. It's Season 3 of that, and we'll be back in just a few.